All right, we begin by simply breathing. Now, breathing is something we do all the time and often unconsciously. But the breath work we work with here is an absolute conscious breath work. So everybody put your feet flat on the floor, and as your feet are flat on the floor, we want you to get the sense that you are an appendage of Earth. You are an appendage of Mother Earth. It looks like you're separate from Earth, but literally you are an appendage of the Earth. Now, because of the separation of the physical form, because of the separation of the physical body, it's very easy to think you are not Earth. But this body is an Earth vessel. It is made of earth, air, fire, and water, the sacred four elements that allows life on a planet. So as you breathe into your feet, we want you to feel, and this is a very odd image that they're giving us, but you've all seen the wonderful, constantly thrown image of the COVID virus. So we want you to see how that COVID virus has all those spikes out. What we want to visualize now is our bodies are the spikes of Mother Earth. They're not some technological spike. They're a spike of Mother Earth's glory. And it's easy to feel that glory now because it's spring and we see the blossoms everywhere in the trees. So really breathe into your body and allow yourself to feel that you are a projection of earth energy and you are not separate from that earth energy. In no way. You are Mother Earth. And as you do that, as you feel that, you just let your body not feel that it's just gravitized to the earth, but you allow the organism that is your earth vessel to literally become at one with the planet. And that means really dropping very deeply into her consciousness. And as you drop deeper and deeper and deeper into her consciousness, Mother's consciousness, you are no longer the child who needs Mother. You are the mother. And you allow yourself to drop very deep into the Mother principle of creation. And as you breathe, you begin to feel that you are breathing through your mouth and your nose. You are breathing in that mother energy down through the center of your spine. And we want you to feel that you breathe it all the way down through your chakras, coming out the perineum, the point between the vaginal opening and the anus, or the point between the testes and the anus. And you're breathing the mother energy up, and then you're putting it right back down into the earth. And when you breathe it up, you're breathing it from the mother host down through the body. And then you're circulating that mother energy through you, up from the earth Gaia consciousness, down through your chakras, back to the earth. And we want to do 8 long breaths of this circulation so you realize you are earth. Now, from this place of understanding this mother energy, we want you to perceive the planet as it looks in the physical dimension. Often we only see the earth as the very top sliver of the earth, which is where all human forms are, which are the houses and the buildings and the streets and the street lights and the electricity. But we want you to perceive as you drop deeper into the earth, her totality of being, all the resources that she is rich within, all the layers and layers of earth, soil, magma, diamonds, amethyst, emeralds, opals. Go until you allow yourself to be that planetary body with all of those crystalline matrices within it. And it doesn't mean that the crust of the earth isn't there with all these creations or manufacturings. But from this deeper expanded state, you can see that so much of what is edified by humanity, the buildings, the structures, the cities, is a very small part of Mother Earth's consciousness. It's like the playing board. That's all it is. We live on a sliver of the earth, playing our games out. But we are the totality of the planetary body. So this beginning meditation is just to drop into the totality of planet Earth. And we think in our world these things are happening. They are not happening in the world. They are happening in a sliver of the Earth's surface. And as you drop deeper and deeper to the core of this, for a moment, we want you to feel like the Earth's surface is like a blackboard. And you've probably seen a blackboard in school where they might have a calculus formula and it's all like takes forever to write that formula and it goes and it goes and it goes. Or like the DNA of a human, it takes forever and ever for that DNA to come out. But we want you to feel that you as a being of Mother Earth are taking your eraser and you're erasing the blackboard. You're just erasing it all. You're erasing all the things that are happening on the earth. You're erasing all the laws, all the limitations, all the fear. You're just erasing it. And as you erase it, as you look at that blackboard, you begin to see that that blackboard is actually like a screen of your own spacecraft, of your own celestial energy field. And now the blackboard becomes the infinite night sky. So you just kind of erase all the writing that's there, the temporal, the chalk that's been written there, and you just begin to perceive now this infinite universe with all the patterns of energy, all the light matrix, all the planets, all the stars, all the galaxies. And from this very grounded earth place, you begin to feel yourself becoming your celestial self. Because you are both planetary and celestial. As we do this as a service to Earth herself, because this is what is happening at this time. Our Earth is rising up to her higher frequency, operating at a celestial solar level, no longer separate from the larger orchestration of the cosmos. So as we sit here and become the deep embodiment of Mother Earth, we simultaneously expand outward and feel infinity within us. It is not dual at any level. It is simultaneous consciousness. And as you do this, you begin to feel in your solar plexus now this very deep, rich mother principle that is within you. And from that mother principle, all the space that is expanding around and through you is the space for this blossoming of our species. And we don't have to worry about what it looks like. We just have to know in our power chakra, we hold the deep mother principle. And in our third eye and our crown chakra, we hold the infinite, ever-expanding energy. And then we have to realize the Antakarana, the channel from the crown down to the perineum, is where the bridge is between this universal energy, your celestial energy, and your earth energy. So now we're going to just do a few affirmations so that you can link the 4 bodies that are with you in your earth vessel to this cosmic celestial energy that you carry in your crown. Allowing, if you will, to say to yourself, I open my physical body. I allow the calibration of the many dimensions of my soul to operate through me, aligning me and preparing me to be a vessel for higher energies to operate on the earth plane. And some of you will feel this kind of alignment happening, little tiny things happening within vertebrae and nerves and energies. And then you allow yourself to say, I open my emotional body and I release all the titanic feelings of grief and hate and sadness that are coming in to try to drown humans' evolution. I open my emotional body and I bring down from the higher spheres the extraordinary joy at the evolutionary jump we are doing in alignment with the higher order of universal consciousness. Now we know there's lots of other orders happening on this tiny little sliver of earth, but we are not operating with those orders. We're operating with higher orders, higher laws, universal consciousness, cosmic order, celestial alignment. The same order that keeps this planet and all the other planets in an amazing order, revolving around a sun, revolving around a galactic sun in a spiraled arm galaxy, which is an energy creator. That's what all galaxies are. They're energy creators. So now at that place between the crown and the solar plexus, you begin to feel that indeed, as much as you are this earth, you are also the center of the galaxy. As you do this, you allow yourself to say, I open my etheric body. I allow the electronic readjustment in my etheric body to catapult me into the galactic energy field, which I am able to run through my earth body. And some will see your etheric body starts just lighting up with golden light, crystalline light. It's not yours, that's the thing. In egos, we think it's ours. It's the universes, it's the galaxies, it's the suns, it's the planets. We're particles of energy. And now as we do this, you allow yourself to say, if you will, I open my mental body. I put a hold on all the old mental programming that is draconian, dogmatic, and operating from the principles of control. And I lift my mental body to the frequency of freedom. The frequency of the outworking for the plan of the evolution of planet Earth. And as you say that, just feel the difference in your mental body when you give it permission not to be shackled to the old story of enslavement. Now you see from the top of your head, your crown, going straight down through your pineal gland, straight down through the throat chakra, straight down through the transpersonal chakra between the throat and the heart, straight down to the power chakra, then to the second chakra, then to your root chakra. You just see this beautiful line of energy, which is the center of the galaxy. And you begin to feel that although you will think the torus that is you, or your etheric body, energy body, is so dynamic, and it is when you are waking up from an earth vessel, but you begin to feel that you are literally carrying the entire galaxy with you. And that is the energy that you get to operate from. You're not limited to the genetic energy. You're not limited to the genetic template, the ego template. You're not limited to the karmic template. Certainly this body is, but your consciousness is not limited to that. And you allow yourself to feel the freedom of that infinite power of creation. As we do this, we begin to perceive this. Each individual here feels like they are the center of the galaxy, but we are the center of the galaxy. And as we have an Antakarana, we have a central channel. We begin to feel that us as a group is an Antakarana too. We're a group soul working together, come together again from other times. And as Kalar said at the beginning, the temples are being activated. So many were in the temples of Egypt, many were in the temples of Maya, many were in the temples of Atlantis, many were in the temples of Lemuria. It's not to grab onto one of them, it's just to understand this is the time of activation of cosmic portals. And you are being asked to become one. It doesn't mean you will not be operating in the earth plane. It doesn't mean you will not be walking around this body, but you are able to balance the planetary matrix with the celestial matrix and run it through the individual apparatus, which is not separate from the planet or from the galaxy, but is composed of it. We're going to do a harmonic now. Allowing yourself now to feel a beam of light going down into the Sphinx. A beam of light going down into the Great Pyramids, the Queen's Chamber. A beam of light going down to all the Mayan temples in the jungle, the ones that have been discovered and the ones that have not. A beam of light going down to Lake Titicaca, to the inner temples. A beam of light going to Mount Kailash, to Mount Himalaya, to all the rivers and the mountains of the world. We are sending this beam of light into the crystalline matrix of the earth and saying we are instruments of planetary awakening for the masses. Breathing deeply, long and deep breaths. Whatever you have in your facet of soul, where you have been, where you have walked the sacred steps of earth, the temples, the rituals, all of those were simply tools of alignment to remind you you are cosmic and planetary. This is a sacred path you walk now. It is a path now that does set you apart from others. But not because you're better or less than, simply because you are able to carry the consciousness. And now, as these temples are activated and as you are activated, you will transform into carrying a consciousness that perceives the higher order. You might still be asked to work in what appears to be the lower order outworking in the planet, But you were asked to perceive the higher order and let that become your hands, your feet, your mouth, your instrumentation. Now again, you might say, oh, I've got to get clever to do that because so many of the masses don't understand. It doesn't matter what the number is. You are in service to the human species.